I mean, sometimes you act like Rain Man on a daily occasion.
That's actually not far from the truth. There are some moments,
right?
Super
peaks of brilliance, but like a lot of just like special needs bus.
Yeah, that's not far from the truth.
Hey, welcome to Super Social Club. I'm Jeremy.
This is Whiskey in the 6. I'm Rob.
Welcome to the Whisky Rant Podcast.
It's a little crusty,
It's frustrating.
and it's going to be a little bit of a rant.
I don't understand it. I don't know why.
Some sort of injustice.
Anyway, end rant.
Hello and welcome back to the Whisky Rant Podcast. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Rob.
And tonight we got a new audio setup, a couple of new mics, some boom arms, doing it
Boom
legit.
arms. We are official now.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I'm sure we sound better than before.
Yeah, and the audio is going to be great now.
Yeah,
Let's see what happens.
doing legit. And tonight we're talking about can we really tell if a whiskey is good based on the price or not?
Yeah, can you taste the price of a whiskey?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, is the quality of the glass enough to determine, yeah, this is a $70 whiskey. This is a $120 whiskey.
Sure.
This is a $300 whiskey.
Can we really tell a whiskey is expensive or not? So we've poured out blind. You've picked 3 bottles from your collection.
Correct.
I've picked 3 bottles from your collection. We poured each other's samples, not knowing what each other has poured for each other. And ranging from what? Around under 100 to around 200 to around 300 plus. So that kind of range.
Yeah, so the 300 plus one there's no cap. We didn't really put a cap, so it could be
Right.
$1,000 bottle in your glass right now.
Yeah, and we're talking like retail prices, not
Right.
like a secondary market price where
Exactly. Yeah.
where a $100 bottle can get to a $1,000 bottle real quick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I always wonder because it's one of those things. Everybody says, oh, the quality doesn't match the price. Well, now we're going to find out
Yeah.
if that's true.
Yeah, I've seen this on YouTube before where it's like whiskey expert tries to pick the expensive whiskey, and it's like it's really dumb because they have like a $25 bottle of bourbon versus like a $400 scotch, and
Yeah.
you're like, ooh, tough one. Really hard to tell. This I think will be more challenging because your collection is all like really solid stuff.
Yeah.
A $100 bottle can easily taste like a $300 bottle with the stuff we've got behind us.
Oh, for sure. And and like it would have been better if we could choose from like LCBO stock. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because even the expensive bottles are not the best expensive bottles.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep. No, for sure. And yeah, I mean, this could easily throw us through a loop, which will be a great podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a minute. What's going on? It's summer break.
Yeah, because we didn't get to film a podcast the last time we were together. We had a
Yeah,
guest.
June was a busy month. June was a busy month.
Yeah.
But, we're back at it.
Yeah, back at it. It's been a minute, like you said. That first sip of whatever that was fantastic.
Oh, wow. That tastes like Valence and Mallet to me.
Lunch and mallet, eh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that thing was a punch. I just smelled the microphone.
I know. Bear with us
I
like,
just
for the
smelled the
first little
microphone.
while when it comes to these mics because I'm gonna be looking down at this thing every once in a while, like trying to like position the mic properly. Looking at Jeremy,
weird.
looking
Yeah,
at the
'cause
whiskey.
it was like
A little bit out of
obviously-
our element, right?
Yeah, with these condenser microphones, you have to be a certain proximity, or they won't really pick up sound, which is great because we don't want any ambient sound.
True.
But yeah, we're pretending to be like real podcasters tonight.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't pick any bad whiskeys here. That's for damn sure.
No, I did. You just. Oh, I like that one. Okay, I think I kind of know.
Really? That was quick.
3 sips. That's it.
Wow. That's pretty impressive. Okay. I think I know too.
I think we definitely didn't. We didn't duplicate any whiskeys. I don't think.
No. I don't think we did at all, actually.
No. Yeah. So I'll edit this. You guys will see exactly what we're drinking. And do you want to try to give a guess of what you think it is, or you want to just kind of say like this is the most expensive, this is the least expensive?
We could start with like this is my favorite and
Okay.
and go from there.
Yeah. Because what we think our favorite is might not be the most expensive. right? What we think the most expensive is might not be our favorite.
Yeah, if we think we know what it is, then we can guess what the price is on that,
Sure.
and it might not be the most expensive.
Yeah. All right, I'll go first. The finish felt a little more thin on this one. This was a beast. This tastes like more oil. There's only one whiskey I've ever really had that's kind of like this, and that's that crazy Valach and Mallet one, which was what was it?
Lejay.
Yeah. Now I don't think that was that old. I can't remember how old it was really. It might be the most expensive though. I forget how much it was. Probably like a $250 bottle if I remember correctly.
This is tough. Though you poured me some tough ones because, like, I don't know. I feel like this is tough.
And this one's really good. This one kind of tastes like that Gordon MacPhail Kleinleash, that sherry Kleinleash, I think. And I would say my favorite is this one.
Okay.
I'd say that this one was probably the youngest.
Okay. I'm not even close to ready. Like,
Okay.
I'm like completely at a loss here. So, do you want to know what yours?
Yeah,
is?
let's reveal because they
Okay.
already know. So
So
what
they
is it?
know. So yours in the black is a 2 stacks maple cask finish. It's 2 stacks smoke. It's an Irish whiskey, the black one.
What?
Yeah. So that one is under 100. So you, I think, got that right. Right?
No.
You said.
I said this would be the most expensive.
Oh, you said that?
Yeah,
Wow.
because I thought it was
So
the
that is-
Valach and
That
Mallet.
is the lowest.
Yeah.
And like that might be one of the cheapest whiskeys on my bar. And then the I Sip and I Know Things glass
Mm-hmm.
is the middle, but not because of age, because that's a 24-year-old Anok.
And I thought this was the youngest.
Right. And then this one over here is the most expensive, coming in at like probably 500 retail. And that's the Bowmore 21 Aston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was Kleinleash.
So,
Interesting.
so
Yeah, this was my favorite one.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
your favorite
It
one.
was my favorite
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The finish on this felt
you did
thin,
say-
and I wasn't tasting the age.
But you did say that that was the most expensive one, right? So you like, I mean, that must have been the reason why you felt like it was the most expensive because of the age. I'm guessing. I don't know. Like, why else would you have said that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, this one tasted like more oil to me. And I was like, that's that crazy Valach and Mallet thing that tastes like more oil. I've never had this whiskey before. What is this, an Irish?
That's a 2 stacks Irish whiskey. Yeah.
And it's finished in what kind of cask?
It's finished in, I believe,
wild,
like
right?
oh no, it's a maple stout cask.
Yeah.
Maple stout cask.
Yeah, it's not good. It smells like more oil.
The white label. I should have poured you the white label one because it's better.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, for whatever reason, the age on this 24-year-old Anok was not coming through to me. It just felt thin on the finish. But yeah, this is nice. This is really nice. You know what? This Bowmore doesn't have that typical Bowmore profile.
No.
I'm not picking it up. It's nice and sherry though.
Okay, so this is tough because I'm not sure what this one is, but I feel like it's the youngest. I feel like it might be the 2 Brewers or something like that. The one on my left here, I feel like is like the Hazelburn 21, so most expensive. And then I feel like this might be the Springbank 15, which is middle.
Well, you're in a really good ballpark. You are correct. The basic Glencairn is the least expensive.
Okay.
It's the Craigallachie 13.
Oh, Craigallachie 13. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And you're also in the ballpark. There is a Hazelburn 21 out there, but it's the middle glass.
It's the middle glass.
Which is the Hazelburn 21.
Interesting.
And this is the Glen Scotia 18.
Glen Scotia 18.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So 2 Campbelltowns. But you were in the ballpark. Yeah, you were definitely guessing. You guessed one of them.
I thought this was my favorite,
Yeah.
which is why I said this is the Springbank 15, thinking in my head that I
Right.
like this the most.
I can see how you could say that, because that Hazelburn 21 is almost like a similar sherry profile, right? Like as far as like intense sherryness.
It's got, I think, majority sherry, and it's very refined, which I find those Springbank 15s to be, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Those are really good. This threw me through a loop because I sensed Campbelltown,
Yeah.
but I just couldn't put a finger on it because I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was interesting though.
Weird, because like this Anok, I drank this recently.
Yeah, last week we had some. You had some.
It's definitely drinking differently.
It's funny how things happen blind, because
weird,
especially
like,
really, if we wanted to do this the utmost respect, we would be sipping water in between or something of that sort, because it does make a difference. Like when they kind of bleed into each other a little bit. You know what I mean? So it does have a little bit of an effect on our palates, but I mean, you were pretty accurate. Like you picked the oldest one to be the most expensive one.
Yeah.
Right? Now, this one has older whiskey in it, but it's a 21-year-old, right? So,
Yeah.
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 That was pretty cool.
Yeah, the two whiskeys on the outside, great. This one, not feeling it that much.
Yeah, I was gonna pour something younger and peated, but I just didn't want to throw your palate off completely for the other two.
Yeah.
Right? So I wanted it to kind of all be like it's smoky, but it's not overly peated by any means, I don't think. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Haven't tried it in a while. It was going to be what I was going to do with that middle one was do one of the Glen Scotia either the 8-year-old or the 10-year-old, the white port or one of those two.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, with 3, it definitely makes it more challenging, right? Because like, if you just have 2 whiskeys, right? Like you have like a 10-year-old Scotch and 21-year-old Scotch. Those two, contrasting each other, are way more apparent, I think, unless you can kind of find something that drinks really good, really young.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like take like Springbank 10, and then take like, I don't know, 21-year-old Ardbeg. That Ardbeg might taste younger than the Springbank 10.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. It would be a tough one.
It would be. Yeah, that's a good point. This is a good experiment for a bunch of people to try in their own bar. Because get your girlfriend, your wife, your friend, someone to pour 3 different whiskeys out of your own bar. If and like kind of have them grouped based on price and see if you can pick them out, because it's way harder than you think, right?
Yeah.
It's I mean, it's a cool experiment for sure, and it begs the question: are the 300 plus whiskeys worth buying?
Yeah.
Right? I thought that this Glen Scotia 18, which was less than $200, was the most expensive one. This is a $500 whiskey retail. And that's like if you're getting it at a good price, So that's, I mean, I love this whiskey. Don't get me wrong. I think I like the Springbank better, the 15. So that,
This would be, you could do this experiment with Macallan and totally fucking destroy people. Because right? Pour them a Macallan 18 triple cask, which is what, $450-ish.
Yep.
And then pour them just like a 12-year-old like GlenAllachie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
And like that GlenAllachie, I guarantee you people are going to prefer that.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I would maybe not the Macallan 18 sherry oak, because we did notice a difference in the Macallan 12 sherry oak.
Yeah.
I would even argue that that's better than the 15 double oak, the 12 sherry oak. And if you just did this with one of the Macallans, threw that in there, it would definitely cause some trouble. Now the problem is they're already cheating a little bit because of the lower ABV, right?
Yeah.
So to people that are to the untrained person, you might associate smoothness as expensive.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's another issue
Yeah.
that would come into play. But really cool little experiment here. I like it.
Great whiskeys, except for this middle one. That's terrible. Sorry if I'm offending someone. But yeah, that's really off-putting.
It's
like,
in
have you
bad
drank? Have
company.
you had this before?
Yeah. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it as much. I like stout, so I think that's maybe.
Come
why.
on, man. This is terrible. This is gross. Well, how old is this whiskey?
I think it's only like 7 or 8, something like that.
Is it NAS?
I think so. Yeah.
It smells like damp wood and
There's a-
vomit and motor oil.
There's a particular wood note that you get in whiskeys that really is off-putting to you.
Yeah, and that has it.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
has it. Yeah. Hey, teach their own, right? I mean, I don't mind it. I do like. There's 2 of the 2 stacks that are aged in stout casks, and the white label one I really like. I remember really liking that. I don't know if I loved the dark label either because I don't remember singing its praises.
See, like, I know that there is a trend in aging whiskeys in beer barrels, but I still have yet to have a good one. I don't like the Offerman one.
You don't like the
No,
Guinness one?
I didn't like it. You know what? I didn't hate it,
Yeah.
but I know a lot of people were big on that. You gave it like a pretty decent score,
Yeah.
considering.
I liked all the Offermans so far.
And I haven't really
Yeah.
liked any of the Offermans.
You haven't liked them?
No.
Yeah, like the problem with the Offermans I find is Lagavulin still just tastes like Lagavulin for the most part.
Yeah.
Like the cask is not. If you pour the Offerman charred oak, I think it's called, or whatever it is, like the heavily charred one,
Yeah.
it's lighter than these,
Right.
and it doesn't really drink that much different than like the 8-year-old, for example.
Yeah, and I really like the 8-year-old
Yeah.
Lagavulin. I'm a huge fan of the
Yeah, it's good.
8-year-old.
It's solid.
For the price, I think
Yeah.
it's the go-to buy.
Yeah,
What's the 12-year-old costing these days? What's the 2023?
it's like almost $300
How are they doing that?
because they're insane.
That's crazy.
It's like $285. The 16 is like almost $200, and the 8 is definitely in the entire range by far the best bang for your buck.
I feel like it's the only one I would buy nowadays because like
Yeah.
that 12 obviously is great, but like I don't know. I've tried a bunch of different ones, and it seems like the 2017 and the 2018 are still kind of on the top of the totem pole
Yeah, those
when
are
it
really good
comes
ones.
to 12-year-old cask strength like Lagavulin.
Yeah.
Have you had the 25?
I've never had the 25.
Neither have I. I heard it's fantastic.
I can just imagine how good that is.
What about those Fizil special editions, like the Jazz Festival ones or
I
whatever?
feel like maybe Jasper let us try one.
Yeah?
Didn't we try like a 19-year-old or something?
Was it that? Yeah.
I feel like
maybe.
there was something like
that was good too.
Yeah.
But like those are prices. Those price points are they're not worth it. It's not worth that much money.
No.
Right.
I mean, even the 25, it's like $2,500.
Mm. Were they the most expensive 25-year-old? Like even 10 years ago,
Yeah.
they were the most expensive.
They were
25-year-old.
way above the Macallan 25-year-old at
Yeah.
that time. Yeah.
They were like the most expensive core range whiskey, right?
100%.
For 25 years.
Yeah. And they said that it was because it was cask strength, but
Yeah, I mean, sure,
yeah.
that is a good point.
Yeah, but
at the
still,
same time, it's like,
like-
you're $2,500, right?
A 25-year-old, like a 25-year-old Highland Park 5 years ago, we were getting them for less than $500.
I think the best price, probably at the time, was the Talisker 25 cask strength.
Yeah, probably.
Because that was probably coming in. I don't remember how much it was.
Yeah.
But I remember it being, even on secondary, when it was popular on secondary, it still wasn't crazy.
No. Yeah, Talisker 25 is great. The Highland Park 25, there was times where we were getting it for like $300, $380.
Yes.
Like that was a steal.
Yeah, I remember buying Highland Park 25. It was actually my biggest purchase at the time when I bought it. It was the most expensive whiskey I'd
Yeah.
ever bought by double.
Yeah,
I'd
for
never
sure.
purchased anything over $200 before, and I got it, and it was $400
That was
Canadian.
Yeah, that was a good move on your part. Like I think I built my way up to that
But then remember when we tried the 30 and we're like, okay, well, the 30 is just like, it's leagues better than the 25.
It's actually, I don't know if you can find in any other distillery such a discrepancy between the 25 and 30.
That's a good point.
Like, I feel like
we don't have that much experience to really know, but
no, but even
well, how about Springbank?
I was just gonna say Springbank. So
The 25 is better, I think.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost feel like the 25 might be better than the 30 that we tried.
Yeah.
The 30 was great. Don't get me wrong. The 28 was definitely better.
Yeah.
We proved it that night. Like I
Yeah.
was not convinced until we did it side by side, and then I'm like, yeah, no, the 28's better.
Yeah.
You know. So it's just really funny how that Highland Park 30 was worth every penny, and at the time, I think we were getting them for like $800,
Yeah.
right? And now they're worth probably like $2,500
Yeah.
or more.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember the first time I drank that Highland Park 30, I was like, wow, okay, we're on a different level than that's 25. Like,
Yeah.
by far.
Well,
by far.
we the first time we had that Highland Park 30 is a funny story because we had it blind. Jasper poured it for us, and I nailed
You
it.
nailed it.
Yeah.
You absolutely fucking, you're like, this is probably like Highland Park 30. And it was Highland Park 30.
I'm like, this kind of tastes like a Highland Park, but like none that I've ever
Like
tried
way older
before.
than anyone I've
Yeah.
ever had.
Yeah. That was crazy. That was a crazy
You've had a
episode.
couple moments like that where you
There were a
just
few.
bang on,
Yeah.
like just nailed something.
I like go into like autistic mode.
You're like the Rain Man.
Rain Man of like
Yeah.
blind tastings.
The Rain Man of blind tasting.
Was that offensive? I don't know. I don't think it was because like
No.
I'm just saying that they're really smart.
Rain Man is a savant.
Yeah, he's like
Right?
ridiculously smart.
I mean, sometimes you act like Rain Man on a daily occasion.
That's actually not far from the truth. There are some moments,
right.
super
Peaks of brilliance, but like a lot of just like special needs bus.
Yeah, that's not far from the truth.
That's a good way to describe yourself. If you're ever, God forbid, on a dating app, that's what you should put.
I don't know if I'd get any dates. Yeah, I mean, hey, there are moments where I find the older I get, like you would think it would be the opposite, but I feel like I'm getting more socially awkward in like group scenes and stuff like that.
Really?
I do feel that way. Yeah.
Like your confidence level in social situations is going down.
Yeah, why? Why is that? I don't know.
It should be going up.
Well, I think COVID has a lot to do with it.
Old men don't give a shit about anything.
That's true.
Like, have you been in a change room?
I know. I
Like
know.
at the gym?
That's a good point.
They don't care.
Those guys don't care.
They've lived. They like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, they
They don't
definitely
care what anyone thinks.
They don't care.
No.
That's a valid point.
No.
No, I don't even care, to be honest with you. I just get, I don't know. I think I like just gotta get my reps up again. Just been, I guess, too long from when COVID started to now.
It's a good point, really. Everyone comes out of like COVID just like socially awkward.
Yeah.
Don't know how to talk to people.
Which is weird because on this street in particular, well, you've been to some of like the events, but like we still maintained a social environment during COVID here, and yeah, I don't know.
Well, you know what? It's so true because like I went to the dentist for the first time since COVID, and like the receptionist made small talk about the weather. The dental hygienist made small talk about the weather,
Really?
and my dentist made small talk about the weather.
Nobody knows what
I had to
about.
talk 3 conversations about how freaking hot and sticky it is outside. I was
man.
like, come on, mate. Like, let's stop small talking about weather.
Right?
It's the biggest topic in small talk in human history.
Our buddy Steve has a line. He's like, if I gotta small talk about the weather, it's probably because we have nothing in common.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
He's definitely bang on there.
But you're right. People are out of sorts with COVID.
Yeah. Honestly, I can't really peg it.
But they should be better whiskey tasters.
Yeah. But and like the government threw everybody through a loop over here because they're like, oh, you know, you're only supposed to have 2 whiskeys a week, if that. Don't have more than 2 whiskeys.
Do we gotta put her clip in from our boy? Like freaking, you can't handle the tooth.
2 drinks a week? Well, that's just not feasible, not in this country. Well, come on, man. 2 drinks a week. What's that going to do for you? I mean, that doesn't even get you through a day. You can't handle the tooth.
That guy was unbelievable. How do you randomly find that
2
guy?
beers a week?
What am I gonna do?
I can get you through the day.
You can't handle it, dude. You have to show these guys now because the majority of people abroad have not seen that clip.
That guy like represented Canada so well, I think.
I don't think
Coming
so.
out of the LCBO.
I'm gonna say we have to agree to disagree on this one.
I mean, I feel like he represented people in the fact that like, who the fuck is the government telling us how much we can drink per week?
For sure.
That's the main point here is why are they telling me what I can drink at home? What, can I have 2 liters of pop? Can I have 2 liters of pop? Well, what's more healthy, 4 beers or 2 liters of Coca-Cola? Do the math.
You can't handle the tooth. You guys need to see this. If Jeremy doesn't put it up here, you need to go look.
Trust me, it's
find
up there.
it.
I've put it in one of our podcasts before. We've had this guy featured.
But the whole clip is epic.
It's so good.
It is a really good
It's
clip.
really, really good. Yeah.
He goes through the whole, 2 a week. Like
That won't even get me through a day.
I have about six beer a day.
I mean, I'll have 6. But 4 is a fair number. But there shouldn't even be guidelines anyway. Why are you going to tell me how much I can drink at home?
Sometimes more.
Yeah, and then he makes a reference to like soda pop. It's like, well, wait, we can have like 2 liters of pop. That's fine, but you can't have 2 beers. It's a valid point.
It is a valid point. Pop is horrible for you. And actually, they've just proven that there's all kinds of like cancer links to aspartame.
See, this is recent news, but everyone knew that before.
Who didn't know that? Tasting a diet
Everyone
pop,
knew that aspartame was a cancer-causing thing.
Yeah,
and now they're just like trying to like say it for real. It's like everyone's always known that.
Yeah, you should. I mean, just tasting it, you should know. Like it just tastes like chemicals.
Yeah,
It tastes
I
fake.
never liked any diet soda.
I have not either. You couldn't get me on diet if my life depended on
Do
it.
Americans say soda, or do they say pop, or do they say soft drink? Because I feel like
wanna say all
we
the
say
above.
one thing, Americans say another thing, and maybe like Europeans say something completely different as well.
What do you say?
I say all of them. I never say soft drink.
I've never said soft drink.
But like a soft drink is like any drink that's not it's not alcohol. Could
I
be a
guess so.
soft drink.
I
But
guess
like,
so.
well,
But they refer to
juice.
pop.
Juice is juice.
Yeah, they refer to pop when they're saying a soft drink.
Pop.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I would
The
say
worst
pop.
is when someone says Coke as a general
general
term
term?
for soda.
Yeah, like then the Sprite
I
Fall
think
under-
I say pop.
pop. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I think I say pop.
Can of pop. Can of pop. Yeah.
I don't say soda that much. I think soda, that's the American term, is soda.
Soda.
And
Yeah,
then-
I don't say soda.
And then soft drink is maybe like either like a UK thing. I don't think we say that. Soft drinks.
Can we get the clip of the custodian talking to Eric in Billy Madison and saying, Billy likes to drink soda.
Billy likes to drink soda.
Yeah, it's,
Miss Lippy's car is green.
there's so many great clips from that.
That movie's incredible.
Yeah. Well, that was a tangent. We really went off.
Yeah, well, you know what? We got to give the people what they want.
Right.
Which
Just
is
random.
Jeremy and Rob on the Whiskey Rant.
Random.
We miss you guys. We hope you missed us. We're going to be coming at you with a whole bunch more of these.
Yeah, we want to release as much content as we can. And I think the plan is to do an episode a week, if we can.
If we can.
We have different schedules. It's tough. But if we can release one podcast a week, I think we're going to be doing what we want.
Yeah.
We want to do more of these.
Yeah. I think if we, for the next little while, do a couple short episodes a week, like record together a couple short episodes.
We can have content to release
We'll have, yeah.
consistently.
And then we can get back to like our longer content.
Right. And we have these awesome microphones now.
These great microphones that I want to not punch myself in the
Hopefully
face
they're
with.
recording.
I think
Okay.
they are. Seems like it.
We're looking good. The levels look good.
The levels are going up and down,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
I think we are winning.
Thanks to our Patreons for supporting us, because you guys helped support these new purchases.
Help support these purchases.
Yeah.
It would be nice if we had a few sponsors coming.
Yeah, we should get some sponsors.
How are we going to do that?
I don't know. Every
Anybody-
podcast I
anybody
listen to
know-
have like 30 freaking million sponsors.
I know. Yeah, we need sponsors.
If you want to hit the 15-second fast forward button on our podcast, so you can skip through us talking about sponsors, reach out to someone and let us
Yeah.
and get them on here because we should.
Yeah, it would be nice. There's a company I'm talking to right now. They're those all natural like soap and deodorants and like kind of like Squatch. You ever see the Squatch
Yeah.
ads and stuff like that?
What's the brand?
It's lather.
Okay,
And
because I
they're-
actually
they're
use Native.
Okay.
That's like a natural deodorant.
All right.
Talk
So-
about like cancer-causing agents.
Right. So that's what these guys are all
Like
about. too.
aluminum in your
Yeah,
deodorant is probably bad for you.
They actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they have a armpit detox.
Oh.
We're actually giving them an ad right now, which I don't
free.
Right. So check that out, guys. If you haven't already, lather would be nice to work with somebody.
I think that natural products like that are good because I feel like the alternative is like you're putting chemicals directly into your skin. It can't
Yeah.
be good. It can't be good for you.
No,
it
it's
can't.
it's not.
We
It's-
do enough
there's no way.
things that are bad for our bodies, like drinking poison,
Drinking
that we
poison.
don't need to add on
No.
when we can easily not add on.
Yeah, we need to subtract.
It's easily enough not to,
Absolutely.
right? It's
Yeah.
easily enough not to.
100%.
We can't easily enough not do this.
No.
so.
Yeah, it would be really hard considering how many bottles I have behind me
And how delicious they taste.
and how delicious they are.
Yeah. Thanks so much for listening. Hopefully this audio sounds good. If you're just listening to us, it should be an improvement. If you're watching, it should be an improvement as well.
I would think so.
Look out for our Patreons. Link in the description. You can join for as little as $1 and support the podcast, support the Whisky Rant, support Whiskey in the Six, support
Yeah.
Super Social Club. And we're going to try to bang out content and make this like a consistent weekly podcast if we can.
If we can, yeah, that'd be great.
If we can.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully these mics were not muted the whole time. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Really much appreciated. Have a good one.
Cheers.
A reasonable amount if you're at home, you should be able to have like 4 beer.